So here's another update on the big whip. It's been a couple of weeks now, so yeah, it's coming along quite nicely though, so enjoy what I've got to show you. So I'm working on the overlay now. Pretty much I used a whole hide for one strand, and I've got 8 strands, so it's worked out to be a little bit more than expected. There's going to be about 8 hides just for the overlay. But first of all, I've got to just neaten up the edges, because I've got to go cut around in circles to get the length in the strands. Try not to waste too much. This jagged bit along here is the actual belly part of the cow, so it's a little bit more stretchy. So where it's stretchy like it is there, I'll have to probably cut that back a bit more. So I've neatened up all the hide now. The strands are cut in a taper, so from wide to thin. So I started off about 20 mil. It'll stretch a bit and go to about 17, 18 once it's stretched and resized. Yeah, just mark it with these pair of dividers. This is just a general mark. Once I get further to the centre of the hide, I've got this little tool here, but at the moment the strands are too wide for that, and also because it's the outside of the leather, it stretches more, so it's better to cut it with the Stanley knife. That way you can cut it wider where the stretchy bits are. So I've cut out my 8 strands now. While I'm doing that, I've got to make sure I've cut the right width for the right length. So for the first, I think it's about 30 metres, it was about 18 mil wide, and then I had reduced in size after that, and all up, I think it was about 130 metres of strand. So I've got my 4 milk crates all set up. This keeps the strands nice and organised. As I'm skivvying, I only pull out about 15 metres at a time. That way it's not so overwhelming. Because yeah, I had to skivvy over 2 kilometres of lace just for the overlay. So it was a heck of a lot of walking backwards. But the idea of skivvying, it puts like an edge on the strand. So instead of it being a 90-degree edge, it's 45. And it makes the plait look heaps neater, and less wind resistance too on the whip once it's plaited, nice and smooth. But yeah, you can see here I'm almost finished doing the last bit of skivvying, so it was pretty exciting. Yeah. Yay. That's 2 days worth of skivvying over. Whew.
How far do you think you've walked?
So it's 6 times up and down each strand's, yeah, probably a 10 kilometres. I'm rolling the strands on a bit of pool noodle to keep them all organised. Hopefully it works, I don't get tangles like I did last time. As you can see, I've gotten better. You can probably guess where I started. So this might look easy, but it takes nearly an hour to roll that up because it's all tangled up and amongst everything. And yeah, but hopefully once I've done this, it'll be good, and I might have to do it again. So now that I've cut the strands out, pretty excited, happy days. The next episode's going to be all about actually plaiting it up, and if you've watched previous episodes when I did the 4 plait, yeah, I've got 8 strands to do now of plaiting, and they're twice the size, so it's going to be fun times.